Jeg heter Elbjørg, er 83 år og er natteravn. Trygg forsikring har hjulpet oss i natteravnene å skape et tryggere samfunn gjennom mer enn 20 år.
Det handler om å være trygg.
Here in Norway we have an organization that was established in 1990 which we call for Natteravn. Natteravn is a base franchise organization of volunteers who encourages adults and sober citizens to walk around in the city in groups at night during the weekends. Their task is to be visible and available for the public, as it is believed that this will prevent violence and antisocial behavior. Their other task is to assist people who are unable to take care of themselves.
Well, I think there are a number of reasons. I think one main reason is what we call adverse childhood experiences, which means that a person has had bad experiences while he or she was young. That is one of the main reasons, and sometimes this pain manifests itself in drug abuse. But one of the most common reasons for drug abuse among youths are simply curiosity. They are curious about the effect, also a certain amount of peer pressure, especially among youths from 15 or 16 years old and upwards. Well, I think information is the key. The police in Norway are in schools, both in elementary schools and at your school, for instance, and talk to students. But what we feel is most important is to educate parents, because they are the primary prevention people in all the youth's lives. And if the parents doesn't know anything about drugs and cannot give good advice, then they cannot function as parents in this respect. So what we feel is very important is to have parents with a certain amount of basic knowledge about drugs, so they can be good advisors to their own kids. Well, it's very difficult to measure. Crime prevention is difficult to measure, because what you really measure is things that did not happen, and it's very difficult to measure. So, but in Norway there is an increase in youth substance use, unfortunately. However, we are still very low compared to other European countries. So I think the Norwegian policy has worked quite well for us, but unfortunately we see an increase in use, but we don't know if it would have been even worse if there was no crime prevention work from us. So really we don't know. What we do with the underage people is that we stop, we take away the alcohol, we confiscate it, and also the tobacco, and then we call the parents, and the parents will have to come and pick up their kids. Also, when they are sober, we have a meeting here at the police station, and we talk to the kids and to the parents about what happened, but there is not a criminal case. We just talk about it and make some agreement on how to avoid this in the future. Well, most young people that I talk to, they are here only once, and that's good. But of course there are some youths who have big problems in their lives, and they are here many times. And sometimes we cannot help them, so we have to transfer them to the Child Protection Service, or even in the worst cases to jail. So, but most people are here only once or perhaps twice. I want you to decide on what to do about drugs in case you are offered drugs sometimes. It is very important that you have made a decision in advance, that you know what you will do if someone offers you any drugs. You know you will say no. It is very difficult to or at least more difficult to say no when you have perhaps drunk a few beers and then someone offers you, for instance, an ecstasy pill. So make a decision in advance, and it is also a good idea to have to make a friend as your ally. So both of you know what to do if this situation occurs. So then at least there are 2 or 3 of you who will make the same decision, and that is my message to you.